traditional media, but it's not like that. It's the age of information where everybody has a platform, diba? So things have really changed, no, drastically. And I think that the internet is the game changer, no. You get more engagement, as I said, than Inquirer or whatever, diba? So of course, may value pa rin, may halaga pa din ang mainstream media, pero kahit sila nabubuko sila, they're being unmasked right now, right? So, my thoughts...
At saka they're feeling the financial pinch. That they're seeing their profit down. Oh,
yes, correct.
That's why they're hurting online, etc. even before. Pero, ang hindi nila kuha, yung viewers.
Heto nga ho ang ating pag-usapan mga ka-update ha. Kung isa ho kayo sa mga alam niyo na galit dyan sa mga media outlets na pilit nagtatakip sa matinding korupsyon ng administrasyon ngayon mga ka-update. Katulad ho kanina mga ka-update, nakita naman ho natin agaran ho nagsalita yung 18 hong mga kasamahan ni Sergeant Gutesa. Pero nakita niyo ho ba? Hanapin niyo ho sa mga media outlet kung ipinakita o nilabas yung video na yan. Pero pagdating dito sa mga Duterte, pag paninira sa mga Duterte mga ka-update, rektahan ho, mabibilis pa ho sila sa sikat ng araw. Kaya ito mga update, itong si Doc Badoy, si Atty. Guanzon, sumabugo na yung corruption na 850 billion na dinideliver kay Marcos Jr., kay Martin Romualdez, hindi ho ibinabalita. Nakikita ho natin na literal na bayaran ho ang mga media outlets. Kaya mga update, kung bago lang ho kayo sa ating channel, isang like, isang share, isang subscribe lamang ho. Malaking tulong na ho yan. React na ho tayo dito mga update. Sabay-sabay ho tayo magkomento, mag-react sa mga pasabog, expose netong dalawang attorneying matatalino at literal mga update na hindi ho sinasanto yung mga korap dyan sa gobyerno. Kaya update, wala na ho tayong paligoy-ligoy pa.
Natin ilang billion lang ang na-deliver. Di 5 billion sa Aldico, deliver niya kay BM sa bahat sa Malacanang, ilang billion deliver niya kay Martin Luther King Romualdez bilang kickback na. Pero ito, ang sinasabi ng mga Marines na ito, ng mga Marines ay sa total na delivery umabot ng 805 billion?
850.
Tama ba, Dr. Ren?
850 billion.
850 billion. At
Yeah.
Kung iisipin nyo mga kababayan, ilan na kaya mga eskwelahan yan at mga gamot at pera pang ospital ng mga pobre at mga paaral yung 850 billion. Tapos tayo tinax ang taas ng VAT natin ng percent habang ninanawalan pala nila ang pera ng mga players. Ang isipin din yung 850 billion, hindi lang yun pero isipin mo yun in term of anong equivalent niyan sa way of life sana ng mga Pilipino pobre. Biro mo, hindi makaaral dahil kahit sa tuition wala namang pamasahe. Yung gamot sa bilas, zero billing. Hindi yan totoo. May hospital lang na billing. Pag mga hospital na specialty hospitals, sa Philippine Heart Center, kung saan ko tumutulong sa batang may Down syndrome na kailangan ng heart surgery, wala zero billing doon. At dati po, kailangan ka pang kumanap ng DL o guarantee letter sa senador at congressman bago ka makapa-opera ng anak mo, kaya may guarantee letter ka ng 50,000. Isipin nyo sa 800 billion, ilang bata po ka at mga adults ang pwedeng may dyan ang buhay nila sa 800 billion. Ilang ba ang mapapa-eskwela? May voucher o may kasamang bili ng pangangailan at pamasahe. So, habang ang Pilipino ay halos po mag-aawa na lang para makabenta ng 30 pesos para makabili lang ng isang kilong bigas sa araw na yan. 850 billion. Ang nabilang pa lang dyan sa delivery ng sinasabing ex-marine. Paano pa yung iba? Yung nga sinasabi nila, di ba, earlier, magkano ang nawa natin sa flood control na kurakot is 1.9 trillion. Mga kabayan.
Bing. Yeah, Bing. Sinabi pa nila no na it wasn't just the congressmen, cabinet secretaries as well. No? So lahat parang widespread yung corruption, and most damning of all, Bongbong Marcos was named as the mastermind. No, so what's on this?
Sinasabi ko, Doc. Hindi nila magagawa ito na systematic.
Yeah.
Kung walang go-ahead si Bongbong bilang presidente. Kasi tingnan sa, namang sa mga presidente, kahit nakaw yung mga congressman, may konting preno. Di time ni Digong, time ni Pinoy, may preno siya kasi natakot sila sa presidente na wala pang share, kumbaga. Dahil si BBM ay may kanyang share sa lahat ng kikakan na yan. Eh, nasitakot, di ba? Dahil especially na nandyan sa Martin Romualdez bilang godfather ng mga congressman. Pero sabi na may undersecretary na kabuat doon ni Secretary Amina Pagaman. Grabe ang lapit kay Pinoy. Ang lapit kay BBM, may text message pa nilabas si Congressman Erice nung yung Bersamin na yan.
Bing, meron Bing, pati mga generals nasabi din, no? Nasabi din parang so it's so widespread, no?
Grabe ginawa nila sa mga Pilipino. Grabe yung ginagawa nila sa bayan natin. Na hindi, yung para bang pag-upo ni Bibi, yun ang sinabi ko kampanya Umanda yung pag-upo niyan ni Sem. Pag-upo niyan, nanawan tayo niyan kasi nasa dugo niya yung pagdanakaw It's exactly what I said during campaign. I never doubted it, and I'm not happy that I am even right because nangyari talaga. Yan si BBM, siya Manda siya sa sunod na istasyon kung hindi niya kaya siya ngayon parutin kagaya sa ibang bansa, mga Korea, mga Japan, ex ng mga minister doon, they go to jail for high officials in Japan. They go to jail even there, That's why I was one of the first call for his resignation, si BBM.
Yeah.
Sinabi ko yan sa mga interview ko tsaka sa sarili kong mga Facebook na kailangan mag-resign siya. Kasi kalat naman he has failed as a president, not only because of his incompetency, but also because he's a cane addict. That's why he cannot make the right decisions. Sinabi ko na BBM resign. Pero hindi natin kasi hindi tayo kumbaga yung criticals hindi natin na buo doon sa mga rally kasi may mga grupo kahit dilawan sila gaya na Kiko ayaw nila ng BBS sign doon sa rally. Mag-rally na hindi ako sa EDSA kasi di ba EDSA 1 ako na-point pa nga ako may Cory di ba lumaban kami dyan sa snap election Cory vs Marcos Warlords ako lumaban ng pamilya ko doon sa Lords sa amin kinaya kami ng buhay namin dyan tapos sasabihin Kiko din organizer dyan ng EDSA 40th year anniversary na walang BM resign ng mga plaka ka wala ka pa hindi ka short pants nung panahon na kikapaglaban kami para sa mga freedom na ikaw, sabihan mo kami, Kiki, na hindi kami pwede maglagay o magsigaw ng BBM resign. Ikaw siguro dapat hindi ka na makahok dyan. Lali ka pa naman tao noong 1996. Kaya nagalit si May Paner
Yeah.
Kasi sabi bakit ganung klase anniversary ng P-Power, hindi pala kami makasabi ng BBM line. Yan po talaga actually ang agent na solution dito is for BBM design.
Yeah. So, being questioned kasi politics makes for the strangest bedfellows, my goodness, diba? So, could you explain to us the Dilaw thinking right now and what are the implications if they continue down this path? But wonderfully, what you've told me off cam, kanina, was there some na nasa Liberal Party, like si Congressman Erice, si former Senator Drilon, na may paninindigan, na talagang yung pagka-anti-Marcos nila, may prinsipyado. Pero ano yung yung thinking ngayon, no? Na katulad ni Kiko D na apo ni Ninoy Aquino, no, na
Kasi
pinatay.
Kiko, this is lumama sa akbayan. Nag-left. Sumama siya sa akbayan ni Risa Ontiveros sa Damas. Kaya nagitahan na siya. Yung batang yan, hindi niya alam kung ginagawa niya, implication yan sa future ng bayan niya. Yan yung tabi ko dun sa impeachment na ruling na sa pinatransfer ko ng Silya. Kasi nandun sa VIP gallery. Is di siya kilala. So can you please move? Di ko alam na yun pala yung Iko D. Katabi ng asawa ni ko. Anyway, yun nag-thumbs down, nagsisig doon sa Senate nung natalo ang impeachment dahil sa Supreme Court ruling, di ba? Yan, lumabas na doon, tapos sumama sa akbayan, rally sa labas. Yan siya, hindi yan sila mga totoong dilawan, hindi yan sila tumayit ng 19 Barcelona pa kami umaya hanggang 1996 sa election. Sino ba yung mga may spoon pa may uhog yung tenga niyan in 1986? All this now is not in 40 years old. Di pa siya tao nun, tas gaya, diktahan niya ka. Pupunta ko doon ngayon, kung dala ko na isang na karapulay na binibisa, nung gawin niya sa akin. Di ba? Nag-date si May Panderan, people like me na, at tumaya dyan yung mga ginarisa Ontiveros, kamakabayan Black, wala yan sila sa bakit? Kasi nag-snap election, hindi sila sumali dahil sabi niya, revolusyon ang solusyon. Hindi yun. Yan. Kaya, hindi sila sumali sa snap election 4 at wala sila sa Elawan. Tawag na tayong lukoy ni Risa Ontiveros. Wala siya doon. Magpakita nga sa akin na yun na nandun siya. She must be 20 years old. I was 27 when I was appointed Cory, mayor by Cadiz by President Cory after the snap election. Pero sa mga diwan talaga, Doc Lorraine, na simula pa doon sa EDSA. Yan, sina Senator, she was not visible in EDSA, but Senate President Franklin Drilon was with NAMFREL, together with Senator Angara, Edgardo, and he was the Secretary of Justice and Extreme Secretary of President Aquino. So, taladilawan siya. Siya yung nagsabi na, we have to accept the fact that right now, pinakamalakas na kandidato ay si Vice President Sara. So, kung gustong magkaroon ng kandidato against her, kailangan mag-unite, ano? Pero he did not say mag-unite Marcos.
Pero
sa pagkakilala ko kay Frank Drilon, and I know him personally, hindi yun mag-Marcos. Si Rizzi din, kilala ko yan matagal lang in the Pinoy administration pa. Hindi yan magmamarcos. Kaya ang mga dilawan na hindi kami magmamarcos, sasabihin nila, kasi pro-Sara kayo. Kasi mga tanga kayo. Sinasabihan kayo na to, pero ayaw tanggapin. Kami sarili na yung set na yung mind na si Risa Ontiveros ang presidente nyo. Pero sinasabi ni Risa na unfortunately may mga just because ayaw nila sa kay Duterte, kalimutan na nila kung anong mga kasamaan ng Marcos.
So, pero Bing, they've painted themselves in a corner now kasi with the revelations that keep coming every day, no, na talagang magnanakaw, na wala ng conjecture, wala ng opinion ito, fact na ito, na si Marcos ay magnanakaw, they've painted themselves in the corner by not being people of principle, na tumitigdid with integrity, di ba? No?
That's not a good development.
Yeah, yes.
Bam Aquino already declared he's not running vice president.
Yeah.
Now, Risa Ontiveros, who is with Bayan, is not liberal. Remember? Hindi siya dilawan. Kasi liberal dilaw, di ba?
Yeah.
Ako, I'm identified with the Liberal Party, di ba? Yung mga ninuno ko, alam mo, tsaka everybody knows, close I'm really close to Senator Drilon. You know,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
stood by Karina Crack with Senate President Drilon as
Yeah.
Jing partner. Dilaw kami. Yan si Rizal Tiberos, hindi yan siya dilawan. Sinasabi ko nga,
Ikitaw-taw lang.
evolution ang solusyon nila. So ngayon ang gusto niya, ma-identify siya sa Liberal Party para yung mga voters ni Bam Aquino makuha niya. Ngayon nagsabi na po si Bam Aquino na hindi po siya tatakbo as Vice President. Ngayon nung sinabi yun ni Bam Aquino, tinutakte na siya ngayon ng mga akbayan sa Facebook. At saka nagsabi siya, ito and this is very interesting. Sa interview ko sa SMNI, I said, bakit naman uhulihin pa si Nabato at si Bongo? Dito na lang sila elitist kasi sinasabi naman ng BBM administration that our judicial system is working. Hindi naman kailangan na, total, na-capture na nila si former president, nandun na sa Hague. Dito na lang. The following is, si Bam Aquino said the same thing exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
When the same thing exactly, inatagan siya ni Bay Gutierrez, ni Trillanes, ni Tomas, sinatak sa agad. So, makikita na there is now a rift. Diba? Dahil
But
yung
being,
mga nagtatak sa kanya, pro-Risa yun eh.
yeah,
So
but
there
being,
is a rift and Bamino, he's a smart fellow.
yeah,
Diba?
yeah, but
So, mag-aaral ngayon, biyak na sila. May biyak na sila. Yan ang development.
yeah, being question. Kasi you said Sunny Trillanes, di ba? So dito sa revelations ng ex-Marines, he played a central role dito sa bribery, no? Yung pagnanakaw ng taong bayan, sa taong bayan. And ICC kasama dito. So what are the implications to this, no? I also have my assets inside the BJMP, and they told me the same thing, no, that the Marcos administration is facilitating meetings of the ICC members with high-ranking terrorists of the CPP, NPA, NDF like Adelberto Silva, Wigberto Villarico, and Vic Ladlad, no? So anong business na umuupo ang mga ICC members with top terrorists of the country na fina-facilitate ni BBM. No, so sa madaling salita, nagta-tie up na lahat ito, no, na yung and yung stand ni PRRD napakaganda, no, that he really waved and he very openly said, no, that this is a travesty in so many words. This is a travesty, no, I don't want to be part of it, diba, etc. So being kahit ICC dawit, no, kahit yun, si Marcos nagpapayad sa madaling salita, no? So what are your thoughts on this, Ving? What are the implications, no? As a lawyer, as a former commissioner, as a public
If that is true, now, if it's true, and it's probably true, because ICC sucks funding now.
yeah.
If it's true, then everything around the structure and what do you call this? And the imprisonment of former President Digong is political.
Yeah, very clear.
The future ICC is like, ito yung ultimate justice para sa mga AJK at sa mga genocide victims all over the world. Then that is not true in the case of Rodrigo Duterte. Because of the involvement of his political opponent in making sure that he is imprisoned in The Hague. Di ba? Kasi, number one, red notice ng Interpol, that was not a warrant of arrest. Kita mo, alam mo ba, Doc Lorraine, na turning point yun sa akin? Quiet lang ako noon eh. Nung nakita ko yung si Digong, kasi di ba kami ni Digong, nag-meet naman kami before as mayor, pero hindi naman kami close. In fact, nung commissioner ako, di ba, I was very objective. Di ba? Na ako, I was even the one who said, wag munang i-accept ang candidacy ni Duterte because there is a complaint against him here. Pero natalo ako. Pinapainhibit pa nga ako nung ni Bit Aguirre, di ba? And in the end, ayaw ko mag-inhibit, pero in the end, I penned the decision that Rodrigo Duterte was not disqualified. And my decision was unanimous. He was not disqualified, di ba? So, you can see that I am fair and I decided according to law, di ba? So, hindi totoo na Duterte ako. Kasi alam niyo naman lahat, di ba, na ganun ang mga naging decision ko eh. Pero itong nung hinuli siya ni Torre, tapos talagang abuse of power doon si Torre. Tapos nagtatanong si Duterte, ang anak ko, ang abogada ko dito, papasukin mo? He meant the vice president. Sabi niya, hindi na po pwedeng pasukin yan. Sabi ni Digong, on authority? On my authority? Vice President of the abogado ng nasasdal. Hindi papasukin. Klaseng pulis ka. That you aren't even an authority. You are just an agent of authority. Tapos palakad-lakad siya. Sasabihin niya, hihilahin ko yan. Sorang yab. He was promised a promotion. That's why. Hihilahin ko yan. Former President, frail, 80 na. Halos sinangalat ng tuwid.
Bing, I have a question. Bing, I have a question.
Tinaral ko, nasabi ko ganyan ko, na mali ito, na lang doon sa court na nag-confirm ng kanya parang Tabares.
No, Bing, may question ako. I-kompleto mo yung sagot mo. Kaya ako kita sa tanungin. Kasi from your perspective, no? Kasi very extensive yung knowledge mo and your experience, di ba? Ano yung implications ng kababuyan na ito na ginawa ni Bongbong Marcos sa Pilipinas na you extraordinarily rendered and surrendered an ordinary Filipino to a foreign court? What you take away the personalities, but what is that implication to us as a nation?
It means that as a nation, we have a puppet president.
Yeah.
He only thinks about his political survival. He does not care about us. He does not care about his people. He is only worried about his own political survival. Ginawa nila yun kasi pag wala si Digong dito, matatalo si Sa. Lalo namang lumaban ng mga DDS. And I witnessed it in Siargao. Na more than 2,000 people nagkaraban doon at top of the faith. Lalo naman. Ngayon, ipapapitch na naman ni Sara. Sa palagay ba nila? Number 1, can they impeach her? Number 2, kahit na-impeach nila, will it stop? It will not. Because lumalim na ang galit ng mga tao sa kanya. Ang consequence that he has to face. Hindi na ito pwedeng, natalo ang presidente, so okay, we'll wait for the next election. Hindi. Kailangan magot siya. Anong consequence na gusto kong makita? Kailangan magot siya kahit na hindi pa presidente o na kung hindi na siya presidente, dapat managot si Bong Marcos.
Meron pa akong tanong kasi nagugulat ako sa kalidad ng pag-iisip nila, napakababa, 'di ba? Kasi of course, sumusunod sila sa deep state, di ba? Puppet si Marcos ng Amerika because I don't think that kind of impunity would have happened without America behind it, di ba? But still, no, yung kalidad ng pag-iisip na if you take away PRRD, it's easy to defeat Inday. Did they not think that exact opposite was going to happen? That they were going to make him a martyr? I mean, it's not rocket science. So, what do you think? What kind of caliber of thinking are we seeing right now, di ba? Drug addict, ganon, thinking.
Because you look at the squad, you look at the people around him, what are we giving?
Yes, that's true.
Martin, Remulla. Recto, I don't think it's in his personality to this Gibo. Meron lang mga generals na nag-aso sa kanila, like Torre, ang national security advisor niya, naghugas kamay. Yung mga tao around him, when he said, gusto ko wala na siya dito because remember, what Bongbong wants, Bongbong gets, sabi ni Mark, di ba?
Yeah.
So, addict siya. Yung mga desisyon niya, impulsive siya. So, pag sinabi na, may nagsabi na ganito, pag wala si Digong dito, ganito. To, already na IC, ganyan. Already na Interpol. Kaya nga kasi pop siya at saka mahina talaga siya magdesisyon. Hindi niya naman yung mga ramifications ng you'll make him, what do you call this, martyr.
Here, yeah.
Intindihan yun ng long term na effect niya.
Yeah.
Kaya niya yan. Ang weakness niya kasi addict siya. Yan ang weakness talaga ni BBM. Magaling lang sa English pero yung walang laman, saka hindi niya talaga alam yan yung mga consequence ng kanyang mga ginagawa. Kagaya no, example, biro mo, they were in ASEAN, and it was in his speech, he started attacking the premier of China. In his ASEAN speech, that they're pushing on our open waters, and they are attacking sort of, declaring war,
Yeah, no?
Akala niya sa ASEAN si Satya doon. Akala niya points siya kay Trump. Tanga. And now, Trump pala, nakikipag-debate meeting sa Premier China. Malalaki mga giants nag-meeting doon. Siya hindi kasali. And so, he had to crawl his way. I think he was advised by the DFA secretary. He crawled his way 3 heads of seats away to the chair. Premier to shake his... Hindi pa siya kila. Kita mo yung mukha ng premier. Hindi siya kila. Parang, who's this? Tapos yung computer pa nagsabi na he's the president of the Philippines. Doon mo makikita talaga, addict talaga si Bongbong.
Yeah.
Addict talaga. Kaya hindi maasan yung mga desisyon niya na magiging tama.
Yeah. Bing, andun din yung manipulation ng CPP, NPA, NDF. I'm talking about the ICC kasi nung kay under PRRD pa, nandyan pa si PRRD, nagpunta kaming, as my work sa NTF-ELCAC, we went to the EU, humarap kami sa marami sa kanila, no, sa UN, tapos nakikita namin, nandyan na yung EJK na number na yan na 30,000, fantastic talaga na number. So talagang
Your email is your first online impression. Make it count. With GoDaddy Email, you get a professional address that matches your domain. It builds trust, boosts credibility, and helps grow your brand. Setup is quick, and your inbox is protected with built-in security. And if you ever need help, we're just a call away. Start building your brand, one email at a time.
Ngayon, dahil sa survival mode siya, kapit siya sa patalim, it's very probable that he has already or is finalizing his alliance with the left, as in not just the political left, but the CPP NPA, because it's money. What does BBM have that the CPP NPA wants? Diba? O aside from power, which they cannot use anyway right now, he has money. Diba?
our money. Pera natin.
Our money, our government money, and he has many ways, to give it na sikreto. That's the truth. Kaya, ano man ang motives ng CPP-NPA, dahil long game sila, di ba? They're in for the long game. Oh, tatanggapin nila yun. Bakit kayo sila nagtatak sa mga asyenda at mga plantations at minahan, di ba? Para magkapera. Eto, isang one time, big time, BBM. can produce that. I mean, I'm just talking about the possibilities. Okay,
Yeah.
so aside from that, sa election, ngayon, ang Makabayan Black, BBM resign, Sara resign. So, mahirapan siya doon. Right now. Kasi sila, gusto nila, dalawa mag-resign. So, ang survival mode ni BBM, yun ang number one, I think, nila na agenda ng kanyang gang. And that includes sino ang magiging candidate nila that can beat Sara. Or if hindi sila makakuha ng candidate to beat Sara, magko-coalition na sila ngayon or open, just not a formal coalition registered with the COMELEC, but just an open, fluid coalition with other parties and political leaders like the Liberal Party, which I don't think will happen, other political parties. Now, do you think that is what do you call an innocent trip of BBM to Naga? To make friends with Mayor Leni Robredo? No.
Yeah.
What BBM does is innocent. Di ba? Everything is planned ahead of time. Now, he is giving 1 billion pesos to Negros Occidental, which is pink country. We have Negros Occidental always voted against Marcos since martial law because he impoverished Negros Occidental when he controlled the sugar trading. Di ba? He gave 1 billion to Negros Occidental, I presume, to the provincial government. Again, what is that for? To appease. Either one, to appease, and number two, to influence the political, it's a political persuasion, kumbaga. But he forgets na last termer na yung governor namin dyan. So he has no political capital na mataas because he's probably going to run for congressman or mayor.
Pero may tanong ako kasi he went to Naga. I don't think it was planned because suddenly mabilis siya. It was in response to the vice president announcing that she was running for president kasi it came out on social media that parang ora-orada si Leni ay nagpaayos ng Naga, etc., di ba? And then he gave that scandalous bribe of 500 million just for a gym when he could have given. So basically my question to you is because you know Leni Robredo more than us, diba? So did she buy it? Did she?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Leni, yung personality niyan, courteous yan eh.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah.
Hindi kagaya ko na Mayan ako ni Sando, tinignan ko lang siya, di ba? Yung makita ko nga si BBM, di ko alam anong gawin ko, pero sure na ako ang gagawin ko talaga is iiwas na lang ako. Kasi siyempre presidente siya ng Pilipinas, pero hindi ako pupunta sa kanya, makipagkamay sa kanya, hindi ko nga, mahawa pa ako. Yung ano ko ba, si Leni, mabait yan. Mabait yan, tsaka courteous yan. Pero siyempre yung mga pinagsasabi niya noon sa kampanya, totoo yun, si Mentit, na sinungaling yan si Bongbong Marcos. Oh. Hindi niya mabibili yun si Leni ng 500 billion na katawa. Tapos sinabi ni Mayor Leni na grabe na ang drug sa Naga. O ba't hindi yun nasagutin niya? Siya naman ang hari-hari ng mga adik dito. Diba? Walang silent about the drugs. Hanggang ngayon walang drug lord na nadakip.
Being question kasi hindi naman ako politiko, 'di ba? So hindi ko naiintindihan yung mga larong ganyan, 'di ba? But is it too much to ask from politicians to take a very clear stand right now because there's a great moral crisis, 'di ba, of a plunderer president, 'di ba? So my question is, was it too much to ask for Leni to have stood very clearly and said no, I'm not meeting with a plunderer? Or is that too much? I'm sorry.
All seniors are under the supervision of the president.
Okay.
Okay? So administratively, if a case is filed against them or whatever, graft, etc., it goes all the way up to the president on appeal. The other thing is, it's really a political culture in the Philippines, di ba? Na pupunta ka kasi lahat naman pinapapunta. Kaya I think pumunta yun dun sa Naga to soften up, to make sure that Mayor Robred Lenny goes to Malacanang, di ba? Pero alam niya yun, matalino yun. Alam niya yun, alam niya yung ginagawa ni BBM. Alam nila yun. Sina Vico Soto, which he is not running for senator, I heard, alam nila yun. Di naman yan sila mga naive na mga tao. So, lahat ito ginagawa ni Bongbong Marcos, yung ayuda diplomacy, kasi gagamitin niya yung pera natin. Pero 2 years, meron na nga siyang colostomy. Napansin niyo, may bag siya sa tiyan. Nung ako kasi Doc Lorraine, namatay sa diverticulitis.
Yeah.
So, pag nagbi-bleed na yan, siyempre open siya. Yan ang diverticulitis, usually open and close na lang yan pag nagdugo na yan. So, he has 2 years of course, but he's running after time. Di ba? Oh. And in the meantime, his machinery is the mayors and the congressmen. Pero wala na siyang kapitan ngayon kasi si Martin wala na, di ba? Hindi na as powerful. And Speaker D, I don't think he will do the dirty job. Di ba?
Yeah.
Kasi sabi niya, filler lang ako dito So, ang weakness niya ngayon, wala siyang kumbaga, kapitan na speaker na magmamando doon sa mga congressman. And the other thing, because of the popularity of VP Sara, marami ng congressman na ayaw na magpirma sa impeachment. Kasi baka hindi na sila iboboto sa bayan nila. So, kailangan very strong din yung DDS na organization na pag ang command ay huwag iboto yung incumbent nyo na congressman, ay susundin din ng lahat ng mga supporters. So, it's a battle, you know. And right now, we have a war of attrition in the Senate, as you know. Minority trying to get the speakership by some combination, but in the event nila ma-impeach si Sara, they need 6 votes. Kahit hindi bumo si Bato, kahit abstain si whatever, si Bungo, kahit na sabihin mo pa they'll go into hiding, the pro-impeachment senators will still need 16 votes. Okay? So, and they only have now 50 and hindi na sila nadagdagan. Pero pwede silang bawasan. Di ba?
Yeah.
Sample lang. Pia Cayetano is elder sister of Alan Peter. Di ba? If it's survival for her, I will choose my mother first. Lauren Ligarda, they kitaking libiste. Di ba? Okay, politika is important to me, pero comes first. So, problema ng pro-impeachment senators because hindi nila kuha ang number kahit na umak pa yung kaso dyan sa as at hindi niniisip na kongresan ngayon na ayaw na perma.
Yeah, galing. So Bing, given the revelations today of the ex-Marines and all of that, no? But anyway, the ex-Marines muna, the revelation today, ano yung implications niya? Did it change the political landscape a little bit? Or anong na-foresee mo dito?
Ang isang press ko ang we have do it, but you notice it's not covered by mainstream media.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah.
So, hindi, kasi objective of that disclosure is generate support for a base to for Bongbong Marcos recognition.
Yeah.
And we have seen it in the last rallies na yung retired generals and officers, they could not gather more than 10,000 people. Okay? Even the Catholic Church was calling for member that's free na corruption. They could not even gather more than 12,000 people. It was only Iglesia that could gather more than 1 million people.
Yeah.
So, para mas base call for resignation, kaya in one, BBM rin kahit separate yung mga rally. BBM sign ng mga Catholic Church, they have that point na na-convince sila na ang absolution dito is BBM rin. That's the problem na yung effort na yan nun, ang relation ng ex ng mga Marines tungkol sa 850 million na na-deliver na kikakan ng mga box sa official sa Manyang. Anger people. That is the effect that they want to see.
The value. That is the value.
Yun ang makita natin dapat. Ang mga tao mag-office, sa radyo, sa mga hayop kayo.
Yeah.
May testigo na talaga na deliver ng 850 na total sa kung sino sa inyo, di ba?
Yeah.
And hopefully, dahil bigger, di ba? Mass actions. So, steps pa yung by health, it can't, that result. Bali, several steps pa yun. Pero you notice, mainstream media is cold. Hindi lumakas to. Kaya kailangan po galingan natin ang SOCMED natin, mga Facebook natin, mga TikTok natin, for people to express their protest against the BBM administration.
Kasi you get more engagement than Philstar or Inquirer. I'm just saying, di ba dumating tayo sa panahon, kasi naabutan ko din yung kay FM Senior na madali tayong paikutin kasi we only had media, di ba? We only had traditional media, but it's not like that. It's the age of information where everybody has a platform, di ba? So things have really changed drastically, and I think that the internet is the game changer. You get more engagement, as I said, than Inquirer or whatever, di ba? So of course may value pa rin, may halaga pa din ang mainstream media, pero kahit sila nabubuko they're being unmasked right now, right? So my thoughts
At saka they're feeling the financial pinch, that they're seeing their profit down. That's why they're hurting online, etc. even before. Pero ang hindi nila kuha yung viewers. Kasi bukuin sila ng tao Bukuin na rin sila ng tao. Kaya hindi na rin sila binibig.